Hi guys, it's Amazing Purple Girl back with the excavation of Hobb's Barrow part 4. So we went to meet the midday train to meet Kenneth. Kenneth was not on the midday train. We're now trying to get access to our crate, which is in the postmaster's storage room and locked up tightly. And in order to do that, we need to pick the lock because we've now got rid of the nosy neighbour. So I know what I need to do, I just need to remember how to do it. So let's get into it. So here we are, Thomasina. Something's been dug recently, I wonder what that might be.
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly.
You're a sensible lady. I think I remember. Let's go this way. Yep, there it is.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Of course I'll put it back. I'm not naughty. Let's go dig up this here earth. And flashback.
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Yes, it did. Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame.
Thinking about her dolls. Oh look, mushrooms.
It's the gateway to the fairy kingdom. Hello, fairies.
Yeah, Josephine.
There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Good. Hello, Daddy.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine, she introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes.
That's the gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
Spoil sport.
Daddy?
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash. What is it?
Hogwash, Daddy. My fairy ring.
Hogwash. Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
I think so. Ugh, worms.
This must be Jane's ragdoll.
Myrtle. Right, let's get a worm.
You're coming with me, little fellow. I shall name you Kenneth.
Because Kenneth didn't turn up. Do we take... No, we can't take the hairpin yet, so just take the ragdoll.
Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of. How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it.
Ah, that's okay, she
At least I shall not
separates
return from Bewley empty-handed.
Okay. Right. Let's give the doll back to Jane first. We won't be popular with Wally.
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle! I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek.
Come back! It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
I have no comment on that.
Damp rag dolls have been laid out to dry in the dreary sun. They aren't mine to take.
Are you sure? She's gone. Let's get to our crate. Oh no, we'll follow Jane first. I forgot about that. Oh, one of the best scenes in the game, this video. Not yet, but we'll get there. I do feel bad.
Jane?
I do feel bad for talking about knowing things that are going to happen. I'm definitely not giving anything away, but there's just little things. Right, we're going to go in the hole.
Jane,
Get
out
Jane.
of there.
You're not coming out, mate.
Don't make me come in.
You're going to have to go in.
Fine. Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
It's okay, you can make it bigger.
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand. Uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it.
Yay. Okay, in we go.
Jane! Jane? It's pitch black down there.
No good. It's too
I
dark.
can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source.
But we will go and sort out our crate first. Excuse me. Right, hairpin with the door.
Kenneth taught me this useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Right open, you say?
I've snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door.
Well, it didn't spring right open, I don't think. Hey,
Let's open this envelope.
let's do
There's
that.
a note inside.
Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency has arisen in London, and I cannot join you in Beaulieu. I've packed your usual equipment and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened.
Can't be helped.
I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back.
Oh, we do take it out.
Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task.
Probably look funny too. But it's not that far.
Somehow, no one was there to witness it.
That's all right then.
But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
There we go.
Wait. Where is my money? It's not in here.
Terrible.
Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man.
Kenneth, what were you
It looks like
thinking?
everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern. It feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside. I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here.
I'm sure they will.
No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient. Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that barrow and get on with the excavation.
Yes, get on with it. Except you can't, can you? Right. Now we need some oil for our lamp. No, Douglas was still there. I'm surprised he wasn't there to witness you pulling the crate through. Right, so he likes fossils. He has a lantern.
It looks like the same make as my own. Good day.
Yes?
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None.
I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, aye. I collect them.
Ah.
This one is called an...
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, aye. Well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Quite.
Trade.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Things he
Surprise
likes. We were just talking about
Thanks for
something
your time.
he collects.
Speak to you later.
And we've seen a fossil, haven't we? There's a nice fossil and a chisel.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
So why keep walking and then using the map? Right, Mr. Crozier, I have something for you. If you could please give me some paraffin.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside. There you are.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Achievement unlocked. Okay. With the lamp. And
My
now,
lantern is fueled and ready for action.
thank you. And now we have a lit lamp. Or lantern, sorry. Right, to Jane's hole. She's got a heck of a giggle, that girl.
Right, let's put this lantern to good use.
Best scene coming up.
Jane, come out at once.
Where has she gone? That's not Jane. Ah!
Goodness me!
My! Preserve us. Oh, there's Jane.
Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
You were in there.
Obviously
I
not.
weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hobb's Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm.
Wow.
Hobb's Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
Thank you, Jane. Off you go, never to be seen again. Right, so that was it, the badger. I would love to use that as the thumbnail, but I think it's too much of a spoiler, so I'm not going to. I haven't decided yet. Before you click the video, you'll know what the thumbnail is before I do. So we need to find Hobb's Barrow then. The church. And now we can go further.
As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far. The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance.
Where is Leonard Shoulder?
The townsfolk of Bewley, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobb's Barrow. The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear.
Ooh, foreboding.
In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
What fate would that be? We will find out. What was it? Horror game. Right, Mr. Bryden, I presume.
What do you want?
Thank you.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye. What
So
do you
did
want,
I.
lass?
I understand Hobb's Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why do you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
Absolutely.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Oh dear, what happened last time?
Was there a previous excavation of Hobb's Barrow?
Aye. Me brother dug it up. Must have been, 25 years ago. You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
You don't know.
I don't know. But something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
You lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Other men.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see.
There's not much else you could do, really.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife. I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair to side.
We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock. Even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden. Is your wife home?
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden.
It was the 20s after all.
You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time?
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobbs Barrow?
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd. I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
No, that naughty Leonard Shoulder. I think I'm going to get straight to the point.
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
No. Have you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
Please.
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
No, you're right. But, you know, let me see it.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobbs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
Yep.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
Yes.
Thanks for your time.
Ta-ra now.
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Lennon making bold promises, I see.
Yep.
Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting out to do with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left.
Yonder.
Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow, set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
I will. Let's go. Yes, you walk, Thomasina. I'll just rest my hand.
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
Maybe.
Perhaps I could take a closer look.
Perhaps.
AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to.
Not yet.
Finally, here it is.
The barrow.
Hobbs Barrow. Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder?
Don't touch it. Oh no, too late. What have I done?
That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Another achievement unlocked. We found Hobbs Barrow.
3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina.
Back with Daddy.
Come. Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy.
Now we know where capital comes from. Right, let's get a trowel. Keep wanting to call it a
Now
shovel.
I'm ready.
It's not a shovel, it is a trowel. Right, trowel and dirt. Anything there, Thomasina?
No treasures here.
Okay, on to the next one. Anything there?
Nothing here.
Oh dear. Try another one. What's this? Well, this one looks bigger, Thomasina. Maybe we'll have luck. What's there, Thomasina?
Treasure!
Treasure! Ooh, red pot.
Daddy, I found the treasure! Look!
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious. Take good care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
Well,
I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate.
I don't think you're gonna get it that easily. Gonna be wrapping this up shortly. Can we get to day 2? Trudging back in the dark.
Darkness falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn.
Oh, I think we will make it to day 2. Village Square. Misty.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley.
Oh, my lord.
I found Hobb's Barrow.
Oh, remember what I said, Miss Bateman? There are stories connected to that place.
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I have no doubt, but please leave that place be.
Leave it,
We've
Bo.
come this far, there's no turning back now.
That's precisely what worries me.
Oh dear.
I found Mr. Shoulder's home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
You weren't there.
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell
Quite.
me. My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
That's tonight, surely. Oh, she means tomorrow night.
Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Sure, we all know someone like that.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
Order a drink.
A mug of your finest ale, please.
It's on the tab after all.
There we are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Thank you. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Right, I think we just go to bed and end the day. Well, Cyril's there. No, let's go to bed.
Time for bed. Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
Miss Bateman,
Yes.
how are you?
Tired.
Gonna buy you a drink?
Go on then.
One won't hurt.
Excellent. I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
I was thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
I'm not sure that's logical.
Nor me.
But worth trying?
I don't need any further convincing.
Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
I mean, I was tired, but a free drink's a free drink.
To Leonard Shoulder.
Wherever he may be. I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobb's Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally. I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia you can imagine. Every stone carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Oh dear.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her. She was nought but bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind.
Oh dear.
She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected at her favourite lookout spot on the moors.
Oh, sitting on it.
Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
Aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillett.
Oh,
I
of
can
course.
relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was.
Anything?
I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
Dreadful. Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur.
Very nice.
Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't.
But I will.
But I did. And another after that. And another.
Dear me. No, I was just thinking about the bench. I got an achievement, but I think that was during testing. So I won't get an achievement if I do it again.
The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I. I treasure the memory.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
Mustn't.
Oh dear.
Sing the song.
She's very drunk.
You're incorrigible.
Please. You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
Oh, here we go. We're overrunning, but never mind.
Clasps, celts and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull!
Back to bed. End of day 1. What will we dream of tonight, Thomasina? Mayhaps Hobb's Barrow. As I say, I'm overrunning, so I actually think I'm going to leave Thomasina's Nightmare right here. Ha ha. Yes, you'll see what's coming. I'll keep reminding you, this is a horror game. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Please feel free to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, maybe subscribe to keep track of when I post these videos. As I said at the beginning, because I've tested this and I know the game quite well, then I'm going through it at quite a good pace and I can get videos up quicker. But we're going to leave you in a field of pink, Thomasina, and I will say bye.